In the early hours of June 6, 1944, German officers across Normandy began writing things in their diaries they had never written before. Confusion, panic, fear. The enemy was no longer moving in predictable lines. They were falling from the sky. American paratroopers were everywhere and nowhere at the same time. For the German command structure, this was not just an invasion. It was a nightmare unfolding in the dark. Shortly after midnight, thousands of American aircraft crossed the French coast. Inside them were men of the 82nd and 101st Airborne divisions. Their mission was to land behind enemy lines, seize roads, bridges, and towns, and throw the German defenses into chaos before the beach landings began. The plan unraveled almost immediately. Heavy flak scattered the formations. Paratroopers landed miles from their intended drop zones. Units were broken apart. Radios were lost. Leaders were missing. What should have been disaster became something far more dangerous. German officers woke to gunfire in every direction. Reports flooded in, describing small groups of Americans attacking convoys, blowing bridges, and vanishing into the countryside. There was no clear front line, no clear objective, no clear way to respond. Major Friedrich von der Heide later wrote that the battlefield felt alive with enemies, who appeared suddenly struck hard and disappeared again before defenses could form. This was not how wars were supposed to be fought. At Brecourt Manor, a small group of American paratroopers led by Lieutenant Richard Winters assaulted a German artillery battery firing on Utah Beach. Outnumbered and under fire, they attacked from multiple directions, silenced the guns, and moved on. German reports later described the attack as impossible to explain, given the size of the force involved. It would not be the last time. In Sainte, Eglise, paratroopers dropped directly into the town square. Some were killed before their boots touched the ground. Others fought house to house. By morning, the town was in American hands. German General Lieutenant Karl Wilhelm von Schlieben noted that American airborne troops showed an aggressive independence he had not encountered before. Even when isolated, they attacked. Even when surrounded, they advanced. The diaries began to reflect something new: respect mixed with fear. The Battle of Carentan deepened that fear. German units attempted to push the Americans back into the sea. Instead, they encountered paratroopers who refused to break. Small units held crossroads and hedgerows, with stubborn determination forcing German commanders to slow advance plans meant to crush the beaches. The decentralized leadership of the American Airborne confused German doctrine. These soldiers did not wait for orders. They made decisions on the ground and acted immediately. German intelligence reports described them as unpredictable and dangerous. Months later, during the Battle of the Bulge, German officers encountered the same men again at Bastogne. Surrounded, cut off, and freezing, the paratroopers of the 101st held the line. When ordered to surrender, General McAuliffe's response was short and defiant. Nuts. German diaries recorded disbelief. These men would not yield. The fear written into German diaries was not fear of numbers or equipment. It was fear of mindset. American paratroopers did not fight as expected. They adapted, they improvised, they attacked relentlessly. For the German officers who faced them, D-Day marked the moment they realized the war had changed, and the men falling from the sky were the reason. On the night of June 6, 1944, German officers across Normandy began writing about fear in their diaries. American paratroopers from the 82nd and 101st Airborne divisions had dropped behind enemy lines, creating chaos, confusion, and panic, unlike anything the German army had faced before. This documentary reveals why German commanders described American paratroopers as aggressive, unpredictable, and terrifying, using first-hand diary entries, intelligence reports, and post-war testimonies. From Brecourt Manor and Sainte Eglise to Carentan and Bastogne, this is the untold story of how airborne soldiers changed the course of World War II.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Share this video with someone who might find it useful. Comment below what you want to see in the next video.